This is the longer version of the APAC Asia tour video. The short one's up on LinkedIn. And I'm here with Ned, of course, and we've been out for 3 weeks in APAC. We started in China and then Japan and Korea, and we worked out that it was, 10 cities? 8 cities, 10 hotels.
Beijing, Jinan, Hangzhou,
Yeah,
Shanghai,
yeah,
Osaka, Yokohama, Tokyo
Tokyo.
several times.
Yes. Well,
Seoul-
Beijing 3 times.
Seoul, South Korea.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many bullet trains. I don't know how
Bullet trains,
planes,
Wranglers, taxis.
DCs, buses. I mean, everything on a scooter.
Yeah. Met hundreds of people in multitude of meetings, did training, IBM events, and probably 1 million calories. Very good calories. For 1 million calories.
Delicious, spicy calories.
Yes, really good. Yeah, you got your spice fix. I mean, the main important thing, obviously, is talking about what we're doing in enterprise with Tuxera Fusion, SMB, and of course now NFS. So let's start with the technical aspect. What was the best thing you found? Or talk about NFS, obviously, but what's the main feedback that you got that meant a lot to you, and what your decisions on the roadmap and what you're up to, and that we're heading in the right direction?
Yeah, the really important thing is plenty of our customers are already Fusion SMB customers or late evaluators who are coming into production now. Obviously, IBM's been seeing us, we've been our partner for quite a long time. But really, when they would see the story on NFS, you really sort of see the light bulb going on because they just don't really have good solutions right now. There's just a lot of compromise that happens with NFS. Either you're in kernel mode and it's fast. It doesn't necessarily scale up super well, but it is fast for certain types of workloads. But then you're worried about security, you're worried about stability. Then you're in user mode with Ganesha, and suddenly it's not fast, it's not scaling, and you're not able to do things like machine learning and AI workloads and media post-production and HPC, things that move a lot of data around. You have to choose. And with the new product we're working on, you don't have to choose. That's really what we're doing. It's innovation, but it's innovation in just simply closing the loop on what NFS is. So you get the same everything story that you get from Fusion SMB. I'll tell you the most surprising thing is when I show them the SMB versus NFS performance on MLPerf.
That is very surprising. Yeah.
I've yet to see anybody in the room not give me some big eyebrows on that one, because when they see SME doing MLPerf, runs faster than NFS, they're like, and it's NFSD from the kernel mode. They're like, hey, this is something I've not heard about before. Yeah.
I think even if you've got a really good poker face, you're going to raise your eyebrows at that one. It was shockingly fast.
Yeah.
Twice as fast as NFSD on over SMB. I mean,
When you're doing
review,
you're doing race, it was twice as fast.
Yeah. And I think one of the story you told about the way the SMB was developed and what you've done, I think that's quite interesting.
It is a funny story. I mean, it is a funny story of designing SMB3 back in 2012 at Microsoft. The idea was we were making it for a fabric of Hyper-V and SQL Server and storage spaces, direct, and the software-defined storage fabric, right? This SMB3 is just a different animal than the previous SMBs. It was designed for incredibly high I/O and throughput and scale. And then nobody used any of those scenarios. It was a huge flop. But someone accidentally, though, had created the perfect machine learning protocol just 10 years too early. And so now it's sitting there ready to go. Every conversation we have with basically every customer throughout the last 3 weeks, throughout every country, was either I'm now getting into Flash. I have, all new systems that are super fast. How do I get the data in and out really quick? That was especially China.
Yeah.
Everything there, every storage vendor we talked to was, we've got brand new systems, we need to unlock. But the other conversation for everybody was, I'm being yelled at about machine learning every day. Help me stop being yelled at.
Yeah,
and that's the story.
Possible.
Yeah, that's the story of like making GPUs be busy all the time because they cost so much and they're so scarce. So yeah, that's what 3 weeks of that same story over and over again, along with way too much food.
And the fact that we accelerate GPU usage by a couple of percent when you scale it means so much.
Yeah.
And from the from the commercial side of this trip, which is obviously the important part, of understanding where we're going and seeing what the customers want to do. I think them looking at what we are doing and what we're able to achieve, and the ability for us to make NFS as easy as possible for them, because it's a difficult piece if you're not prepared, if you don't have the understanding of it. That's really made a lot of people think, a lot of customers think. And these are, like you said, software-defined storage companies, they're broadcasters, they're hyperscalers. There are all sorts of people understanding how getting them to work together and running the storage platform of their choice. It makes such a huge difference.
It was really interesting to be at SC Asia, the HPC show. We were there as a guest of IBM, and I got to speak at the IBM user group for Asia. And we do many IBM talks, and the interest level keeps going up. The number of people who come to me afterwards and say, like, I need to be able to do X and Y, keeps coming up. It's sort of overwhelming how much is going on right now. I mean, the thing that I'm most happy about is everybody's understanding that we're not making a new NFS server.
No.
It's a new in-market NFS 4 server, but 80% of it, the code, 85% of the code, is the same stack from Fusion SMB. So RDMA, VFS, scale out, messaging layers, all this stuff is just being plugged out and plugged in with a new NFS protocol.
I mean, it's the same. It's established enterprise
Been
level.
in market for 9 years.
Proven product.
Yeah, so you're not getting NFS, Fusion NFS 1.0.
No.
You really are getting, like 9.0 plus NFS on top of that.
Yeah.
Which is really nice.
Yeah. And because we're looking after both sides, with this multi-protocol story is vital, being able to handle the locking and be able to handle the permissions and be able to handle those file.
Yeah, it's all got to work together. You can't just be dumping users all over data through different protocols and expect it all to magically work. If anything, it might damage your data. And we're making sure the entire story is integrated together so that you have full confidence in this system.
Well, I know what it's like. I mean, coming from my background of storage systems, of being able to, or happy to work with Samba and open source, it's a great product in its own right, but when it gets to an enterprise level, it obviously has restrictions. And it's the same with Ganesha, but they just don't talk well. So they become a very, very expensive product. From a commercial point of view, it's really, really exciting to see these responses, and from such different storage providers, in effect, and the cloud providers and the broadcasters, and they have different needs, but the need is very, very similar across all three regions, all of the customers. They just need something enterprise grade, supportable, fast, reliable, and proven.
Yeah.
And that's why we've had a lot of smiles and a lot of nodding and a lot of people going and think about what they could do with it, which has been great.
Yeah. No, it's been a tremendously positive experience, both for meeting customers.
Yeah.
Getting a chance to finally talk to customers I've actually been working with for some time.
Yeah.
Seeing, their needs either being met or hearing what they want in the next release or the next, set of requirements and stuff. And then visiting all these countries in such a short period of time. I mean, I would prefer next time we just maybe just do one at a time.
Yeah, one at a time. We've seen, we've had our fill of, well, not our fill because they're amazing, but I don't know how many Imperial Palaces we've seen. And
I mean, it's you always want to show, the things you're most proud of. And I do the same thing. When people come to me in Seattle, I take them over to Chibuli Glass and the Space Needle, the Boeing's museum and stuff. And of course, they all want to see it and stuff. But it's a lot to see in 3 weeks.
It is a lot. I'm being 9 hours out, but all worse.
Being up all night long, and you have to try this place and this place.
Exactly.
You can't leave without going here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. I mean, we finished today. The last meeting we had today was fantastic. An existing customer is integrating our storage system, or integrating the product into their existing storage system. And of course, they know about SMB. They're already using it, and they're very happy with it. But then we introduced the NFS topic to them, and again, you could see their face lights up. They're like, "Oh, this is fantastic," because they're using NFSD, which of course is completely insecure, and it's really opening your storage stack up to some potential issues. And the user space, really user space, yes, it is.
The lead
and faster.
The lead engineer thought that maybe I spoke Korean because they started talking about what was clearly they were talking about changing their roadmap, having seen the presentation, and maybe changing what they're about to do. And I asked a few questions about them changing their roadmap, and he thought maybe I was the whole time sandbagging them, and I actually spoke Korean, but no.
Well, is that the
But I've seen it so many times, I knew that conversation.
Yeah, you could
see
see
for 3 weeks. I've been seeing the same thing happen. I can tell.
we know that look.
Yeah, that's the look.
Yeah. Well, it's been a fantastic trip. Great fun with you. Yeah, and it's been really interesting. Both of us, our first time in Asia, so we really had it full on, and that was incredible. And we're definitely going to be back. So yeah, great chat. And if you want some more information, have a look at our website. Please reach out to us. Keep an eye on Tuxera Fusion LinkedIn page as well. And there'll be many more updates. And a last note from Ned: when are we going to be seeing NFS Fusion NFS?
Come visit me at SD26 in Chicago, and I'll show you whatever you want to see.
Well, there we go. We heard it from the man himself. Speak to you soon. Thanks very much.